Okay, I'm making this video because I'm absolutely annoyed, I'm frustrated, I'm agitated, and you don't even know at the response that my video got. I mean, you know what? I don't want your admiration. I just don't want it. Keep it with you. I don't want it. You want to criticize me? Go ahead, criticize me. But you know what? You're on a public forum. There is a way of criticizing a person. You just can't go and write, vulgar abusive language on someone's profile, when so many other people are reading it. You gotta respect someone else's life. You gotta respect someone else's dignity. You think you're the only one who knows abusive language. You think you're the only one who can use slangs. You don't think we understand the F word. You don't think we can use it. I mean, why? You got such a problem, then just stay away. I didn't ask you to come and add me on Facebook. I didn't ask you to, go and watch my video and waste 5 precious minutes of your life. What were you expecting? A speech about Einstein? I mean, are you blind or what? It's written on top of my video, my college life. Please. I mean, what is this entire thing about being self-obsessed? It's written specifically, my college life. Of course it's about my life. Of course it's about me. It's mentioned there. When you were checking the video, you knew it's about me. Then what is this entire statement about being self-obsessed? And even if I am, it's my profile. It's my profile, it's my video, it's my thinking. You added me up. Why did you? If you don't like me, if you don't like me, you always have the remove button. You just unfriend me. Don't be on my list. Don't bother yourself. You won't get any more of my updates. You come and add me up. I reject you. You add me up again. Then you subscribe to me. You check my activities. You go check my videos. And then you come and, write shit on my profile. I mean, why? All these girls who have nothing better to do there in their life, they would come on your profile, they would add you up and they would check your albums every day and they would say like, oh my god, what is she wearing? Look at that dress. It's so short. I mean, what's wrong with you? I mean, did I ever go and tell you that your salwar suit looks like, fucking trash? Did I tell you that, your hair looks like, it needs oiling and it needs, a good shampoo? Did I tell you that you look like a complete villager? No, I didn't. That's your life. You do whatever you want. You look like whatever you want to look like. When you're commenting on me, you keep it to yourself, If you don't like me, keep it to yourself. There are lots of people I don't like. There are lots of people that I just cannot stand. I don't go and say it to their face. I don't go watch their videos. I don't go add them up. I'm not at least I'm self-obsessed. I'm not obsessed with other people. You, on the other hand, are obsessed with other people. You don't have a life. There's a little piece of advice for you. Why don't you go get a life of your own? In that, by doing that, you're not going to be so obsessed about what other people do in their lives. It's my life. I'll do whatever I want. You got a problem? Stay away. It's as simple as that. And the other thing, is about the accent. Now, I don't have an accent and I don't know what accent you're talking about. Okay? This is the way I speak. This is the way I've always spoken. Saying water, doesn't make me any more of an Indian. Wearing a bikini and going out and not wearing a burqa doesn't make me any less of an Indian. And you know what's funny? These are the exact same people who'll go on the road, they'll see a girl and they'll immediately call her a slut. And you call yourself an Indian. First thing, when you talk about values, the first thing that you gotta know is, how to respect a woman. And forget about a woman, how to respect a human being. If you can't respect a human being, you're not a human being. You don't belong with us. Go live with the Stone Age people or something. Why are such people even on social networking sites? I don't understand. Why are you there? What are you there for? I defended this entire concept of internet stalking and I said that, everybody stalks a little, but now I think that maybe I need to change my opinion. maybe there are some people who are on the internet for the sole purpose of pissing someone else off, you know. I mean, what's your problem? You know, why don't you have a life of your own? You know, why don't you do things that you're happy with? Why don't you just delete the person out of your system, out of your life that you do not understand, you do not get along with? It's as simple as that. What is so tough there? And I'm sorry for my rant, but it's not that it's for everyone. It's just for these specific people who always put hater comments. And usually I don't react. But sometimes it just gets to me. It just gets to me how people can be so rude to others who they don't know. And, you know, I don't know these people and I've never done anything bad to these people. Still, they'd go and say bad things to me. You think I can't do the same to you in return? You think I cannot say 10 things about you? Before calling me ugly, have you taken a good look at yourself? Have you seen the way you look? Before calling someone else fat, have you seen, you know, what you look like in the mirror? But even spit at such people. And you know what's funny? That most of these people, they have such a low self-esteem. Like, they are like usually the most ignored people. These are the people who would go ahead and do, you know, stuff like this, criticize other people because they don't have a life of their own, you know, because they know that their own flaws are not like, you know, it's not possible to fix their own flaws. So they'll go and, you know, try and, you know, trash someone else. Dude, I am there to see my own flaws and to improve on them. And you know, if you want to, like, you know, point out my flaws, you're completely welcome. But there is a way of doing things. There is a way of criticizing. There is a way of behaving with a person. You gotta learn that, you know. That's just it. That's what I wanted to say, okay? And if you want, click as many dislikes as you want on my video, but I'm gonna publish this video. And you know, because this is what I feel, and I want people to understand it, and I want people to know that, you know, now everyone has a limit to, you know, an extent, like, you know, to which they can tolerate things, and this is my limit. This is absolutely my limit.